Welcome to Wake Up with Marci, a deep dive into self-discovery. I'm your host, Marci Hopkins, and this is the space where we get real about life, transformation, and finding our true selves. Hello there, my friend. Welcome to the very first episode of Wake Up with Marci. I'm your host, Marci Hopkins, and I am beyond excited to be here with you today. And honestly, I'm a little emotional to be sitting here launching this podcast. Because this isn't just a podcast to me. It's a new chapter, a shift, a moment of letting go and stepping fully into the next phase of my life. If you've ever felt like you were made for more, but life, responsibilities, or self-doubt kept getting in the way, you are not alone. You are in the right place because Wake Up with Marci is all about self-discovery, transformation, and facing life's obstacles head on. But before we dive into all of the powerful conversations ahead, I want to start with something personal. My story, my struggles, my dreams, and my why. In my 40s, I finally decided to go after what I truly wanted, even when it meant letting go of something that I'd worked so hard for. This is the reason why I made the change. So let's go back. My career started in TV. I climbed the corporate ladder, eventually becoming the director of on-air promotions for FX Network in Los Angeles. Listen, it was fast-paced, it was exciting, and I was really proud of what I had done in my career. But then I stepped away. I got married, had kids, and everything changed. Who out there can relate to that? My life became about being a mom and a wife. And somewhere along the way, I lost me. I put my dreams on a shelf because I thought that's what a good mom does. And honestly, a part of me believed it. And honestly, the other thing is, I loved being a mom. I loved being a mom. I loved being home with my kids. I was so grateful to be home with them. But I just thought I knew I wanted more. But I was trying to wait till the time was right. There was a fire in me. There was a dream that I had had since I was a teenager. And that was about getting in front of the camera. And I never thought I'd actually do it, but then I did. And once I went through that period of my life, which was a difficult part of my life, transitioning into being a mom and going after this dream of being in front of the camera and going through perimenopause and using alcohol to cope. It was hard. But I will tell you, once I got through, when I got to the other side of all of the difficult times and I made the transition and transformed and healed, I was really able to pursue my passion, my dream. And that's when I launched my show and found my voice. That's when Wake Up with Marci, the TV show, was born. It all started as an idea, but it quickly became so much more. It became a platform for transformation, healing, and hope. I interviewed so many incredible people, experts, thought leaders, and everyday people who had overcome unthinkable obstacles. And through these conversations, I found my own voice. And the reason I did this is because I wanted to spread hope, because I knew the power of the story and change. But here's what I don't talk about a lot, was building that was not easy. There were doubts along the way. There were people who didn't believe in it. There were moments when I questioned myself, but I kept pushing forward. I can't tell you how many times I wanted to stop, but I just started again the next day. I just took one step at a time. And as long as I knew that I was doing a little something each day to make this dream true, come true, then I was moving in the right direction. And then something even bigger happened. I was learning to heal. Prior to launching my show, I had an internal battle. For years, I used alcohol to numb my pain, to escape, to hide the parts of me I didn't want to face. I didn't know who I was. I had gone through so much trauma growing up. I lost myself. I was always trying to be whoever anybody else wanted me to be. My parents were alcoholics. I went through sexual and physical abuse. There was so much that I went through. But once I put down the drink and I started healing and I started connecting to myself and finding what it is that lit me up, that's when I was able to launch my show. And that's when I was able to connect to people because I'd been through the muck. I'd been through the stuff. We all have stuff. We all have things that we go through, and they can be so difficult. And we just need to know that we're not alone, that there are ways that we can get through it, that there is help, that people have done it. And this is why I do what I do. Sobriety truly saved my life. And it didn't just change my habits, it changed me. It forced me to confront my past, to heal, to step into that version of myself that I always wanted to be. And that's why mental health, self-discovery, and personal growth are such a big part of my message. Because I know what it feels like to feel lost. I also know what it feels like to wake up and take your life back. That's why I also wrote my book, Chaos to Clarity, Seeing the Signs and Breaking the Cycles. Because I wanted to give people the tools to recognize the patterns that are keeping them stuck and the courage to break free and teach you how. Now, here's the part that's even been harder. After years of pouring my heart into my TV show, I started to feel a shift. And I won't say this was harder. It actually was just another life transformation that I had to get through. But something inside of me, even though my show was doing great, it just didn't feel the same. And something inwards was telling me to move on. And let me tell you, that has not been easy. It has been something I've gone through for over a year. Because when you work so hard for something, when you've built something from the ground up, the idea of letting go is terrifying. But I had to ask myself, am I holding on to this because it serves me? Or am I holding on because I'm afraid to move forward? And the answer became clear. It was time for a new beginning. It was time for this podcast. So let's talk about what we can expect, my friend. Listen, Wake Up with Marci, the podcast is all about self-discovery, healing, and tackling life obstacles head on. It's about learning that no matter where you are in life, you are never too late, too broken, or too far gone to change your story. So here's what you can expect. Powerful conversations with experts, thought leaders, and real people who have transformed their lives. Deep dives into mental health, self-improvement, relationships, parenting, and wellness. Raw, honest episodes where I'll share my own experiences, struggles, and lessons. We will speak to thought leaders and experts that can help us to navigate these difficulties. There will also be actionable advice to help you shift your mindset, embrace gratitude, and step into your purpose. Some episodes will be emotional, some will be fun, but through it all, my goal is to inspire you, challenge you, and remind you that you are not alone. So, if you've made it this far, thank you. Thank you for spending this time for me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching on YouTube. I appreciate you more than you know. If anything at all that I shared today resonated with you, please hit that subscribe button. Let's go on this journey together. And if you feel called to, leave a review. It helps more people find the podcast, and it would mean the world to me. This is just the beginning, and I cannot wait to take this journey with you. Until next time, please keep believing in yourself, keep chasing your dreams, and let's wake up to the life we're meant to live.